your underwear.
Okay, I'm live. All right, hi everyone. It is Hydra Session night, which is our deep exfoliation, maximum hydration, pampering session. Tonight is going to be a modified Hydra session though, because I do want to talk about some other things, but then also want to talk about a concept that we do called borrow my bag, which might be something you might be interested in. And I'll tell you more about the borrow my bag as we walk through the products for the Hydra session. I am going to do some exfoliation. I am going to do some hydration, but it's not going to be everything that we usually do for the Hydra session tonight. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started. So anytime you do anything, right, cleansing is always first because you cannot do a treatment. You cannot do an exfoliation. Exfoliation is not cleaning your face. You always want to clean your face first, no matter what. So I am going to be using our 4-in-1 cleanser, which is part of our miracle set here. I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to do the charcoal mask. So usually I would do microdermabrasion, which is part of the Hydra session, but I'm going to do charcoal mask instead. And then I'm gonna roll into the hydration phase of the Hydra session also. Okay, so let's get started. So the cleanser, it's a 4-in-1 cleanser. You clean, you tone, you brighten, exfoliate, and you all. Let's just talk about this because I haven't done it, I think, in the last 2 times that I've been live. But in case you're new and you're just watching, or in case you just got added to the group, I want you to know that Mary Kay is the #1 skincare brand in the world, okay? It's the #1 skincare products in the world. And I'm going to talk about a concept that we have where you get to try the skincare products for free, the real size products for free from your consultant also. But they're the #1. I was talking to a group of ladies yesterday at an event last night, and I was saying, they asked me if I had a catalog. I was like, oh yeah, I have a catalog. I gave them my catalog. And I was like, oh, and by the way, did you all know that as of September 1st, Mary Kay was awarded the #1 skincare brand in the world? And they were like, wait, what? I'm like, yes. They're like, oh my gosh. Okay, I really want a catalog now, right? Because people want to use the best. And the products have changed over time. So if you've used Mary Kay a long time ago, the products have changed. They're not even the same anymore. They've been upgraded and all that stuff. So it's really good. We're going to go ahead and clean our face first. So I am going to use my wet washcloths here just to dampen my face. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my cleanser on all over and basically get my face ready for bed, right? Which is a good thing. So I'm going to be using the normal to dry cleanser tonight. That's the version I'm using. And it does come in 2 formulas. It comes in normal to dry, and it also comes in combination to oily. So it's depending on your skin type. So normal to dry. Usually when I do the Hydra session, because it's such a deep exfoliation, I usually use the normal to dry version just because I want a little more of the moisturization with it too. So it's cleaning, it's toning. You can feel the little exfoliation beads in here, and it's also brightening as well. So let's go ahead and take off our cleanser. Now, the cleanser is part of our miracle set, and you are guaranteed to see a miracle, seriously, within a week of using it. Not even a whole week. It, like, after the first time you use it, you will feel a difference and see a difference in your skin too, as well. But we also have a travel version also, which comes in a little box like this, and I call them the babies because they're so cute. I just love the miniature size. It's just so cute, right? It's like miniature ponies, right? Or miniature horses. We went to the zoo for my son's field trip, and they got to go do the petting zoo or whatever. And they had like miniature cows and miniature. I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm not even an animal person, but I was like, oh, they're cute, but just keep them over there, right? But this is the miracle set. The little babies, the baby miracle set. And it's the cleanser, it's the moisturizer, it's the daytime defender and the nighttime recovery. But they're listed little babies. And so you can get this from your consultant if you're like, you know what, I want to try it. Like, I really want to try it, but I'm just not ready to pay the full price for it yet. Then you can get the little baby one here. And this is $28. Okay. So you can get that from your consultant also. Okay. So we did the cleanser already. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the charcoal mask, just because I do want to pull out the toxins and impurities out of my pores. This is the charcoal mask here. You can get 55 to 60 uses out of this tube. I am going to use our masking applicator because it just helps the mask go on a lot smoother and more even also. So even though I'm doing the mask, I cleaned my face first because you always want to clean your face first before you do any kind of treatment on your skin, okay? Always clean first. All right, so in this mask, there is peppermint, there is honeysuckle, there is rosemary, there is navy bean extract, there is activated charcoal. And so the charcoal, the activated charcoal acts like a magnet, which digs 3 layers deep into your pore and pulls out all of the toxins and impurities out of your pore. And I might have to put a little more on my applicator here just to get it on all over. And you can go all the way down. You don't have to just stop right at the neckline. You can go even further down if you want to. Definitely got to get it on my nose because that's my most troubled area, I would say. But if you work in areas where there's a lot of germs, where there's a lot of people, I always say hospitals and clinics, daycares, schools, outdoors, anything like that, you want to do a charcoal mask treatment at least twice a week, okay? At least twice a week, just to get rid of all of the toxins and impurities that are in your pores also. And yes, kids can use the charcoal mask. Men can use the charcoal mask also. Men really like it. We have some barbers that use it as a spa treatment when they're cutting hair. And so the person that's coming to get their haircut, they have a choice or they get to choose, just like when you go get a pedicure, you get to choose which pedicure service you want. And so they have them choose what service they want for their spa service. And charcoal mask is one of the spa services that the person can get while getting their haircut, which is so fun because I mean, everybody wants the toxins and impurities pulled out of their pores, right? Like seriously. And yes, you can put it on your eyebrows. We have skin underneath our eyebrows too, so you can put it on your eyebrows as well. But I love this mask because you get to see it working while it is on your face. That's the beauty of it. You get to see it working while it's on your face. So summertime, it's spring right now, right? The sun is out more, the sun is out longer. So one thing I wanted to talk to you all about is sun protection. Sun protection is so important. The sun is not our friend when it comes to skincare, okay? Yes, it's good. It gives you vitamin D, but you don't need to be in the sun that long to get your vitamin D. I was having a conversation with 2 ladies who were saying when they were younger, they're like 60 years old now, but when they were younger, they would go to the beach and they would put oil on them, and then they would have like a foil or something, I don't know, like a mirror or something to like reflect the sun onto them. Okay, that is not good, you all. That is not good because the sun causes skin cancer, but not only that, it causes lines and wrinkles, dark circles, it causes saggy skin, it causes like leathery skin too. Like it is just not good for you. And so you want to make sure you're protecting your skin from the sun. So we have a mineral sun protection, mineral SPF. Right here, it's an SPF 30. Dermatologists recommend that we use an SPF 30 or higher. Now, if you're going to the beach, you need more than an SPF 30 because there's no shade out there. You need to be using like an SPF 50 or something like that, right? But everyday wear, SPF 30 is good. Most makeups have an SPF 15, which is not high enough because you want to be using an SPF 30. Now, if you wear, like, say, a moisturizer with an SPF 15 and you wear something with a makeup with an SPF 15, it does not add to SPF 30. It's still SPF 15, okay? So if you put something on with an SPF 30, you put something on with an SPF 15, it's not SPF 45, it's SPF 30 because that's the highest one you have on, okay? But the mineral SPF, so it has zinc oxide in it. And what this does is it sits on top of the skin. So there's 2 types of sun protections. You have mineral, but then you also have the chemical one. The chemical one absorbs. This one sits on top of the skin and it blocks out all of the sun rays that are out there. So it basically repels them, repels the sun rays is what this does. And you can put this on more than just your face. You know, if you drive a lot, your hands are on the steering wheel, the sun's coming in, you can put it on your hands too, because our hands will show our age much quicker than anywhere else in our body, right? So you got to be using sun protection where you can. So you can get this from your consultant right here. This is 28, I want to say it's 28 for this, which is a really good price for a mineral sun protection that's from the #1 skincare brand in the world. It's really good. Okay, so sun protection with that. What I want to talk to you all about also is what we call borrow my bag. You get to borrow your consultant's bag and get to use products that I'm talking about tonight, or even maybe some other products too. So, a lot of times in the borrow my bag, we have the full miracle set. And so, I have my bag here, and it's our roll up bag, it's our travel roll up bag. Of course, there wouldn't be these makeup items here, but you can request from your consultant, some items you might want to try or what have you. But in the bar of my bag, you will get the satin handset. So you can actually try the satin handsets, try it on your feet, have your husband try it, have your daughter try it, have your son. Like everyone can use satin hands. It is amazing. It makes a great gift also, but you get to try it in your bar of my bag. You also get the miracle set in the bar of my bag. Or if you're like, you know what, I want to try the repair set. You can get the repair set in the bar of my bag also, where you get to try it for a couple of days. You get to try it in the morning, try it at night today, try it in the morning tomorrow, try it at night tomorrow, right? So you get to try it for a couple of days and really see how great the product is. And if you're like, I like this cleanser, but I want to try a different moisturizer from a different set, you can, because all of our sets play very well together. Mary Kay did that on purpose because you get to pick and choose or plug and play the best products for you. That's why it's the number one skincare brand, because they all play well together and they all interact well together. And you can use the cleanser from the Clear Proof set, which is our acne line. You can use the moisturizer from our Time Wash Repair line. You can use the SPF from our Miracle set. You can use the Mineral SPF. I mean, like all of the products play well together. So you can pick and choose and really customize the best skincare regimen for you. That's the beauty of it, is you get to customize what is best for you. But the only way to know what's best for you is you got to try it, right? You got to try it. Like you won't know until you try it. And that's the beauty of the whole borrow my bag thing, is you get to try it. Okay, you all, look at these toxins and impurities being pulled out of my pores. Check out my nose right here. All of those spots and speckles are toxins and impurities being pulled out. That's why I wanted to do the charcoal mask, because I was like, I need to get these things out of my pores. But then also in the borrow my bag as well, what you would get is the oil-free eye makeup remover. You get the microdermabrasion also. So you get to try the microdermabrasion as well. You get the oil-free eye makeup remover. You can also get the micellar water if you want to. You can get the micellar water as well. There are so many products that you can get in the borrow my bag, so that you can actually try them. I have one lady who's like, I've been wanting to try those hydrogel eye patches, not for just one day with a sample, but like, I want to try it for like 3 days and just see how it goes. Guess what I'm gonna put in her bag? The hydrogel eye patches in her bag for her to try it, right? And so that's the beauty of our Mary Kay business, is that your consultant has products on hand that you can actually try, take home with you, let people in your household try it too. Like even men, you can do a borrow my bag with the men's skincare line, the men's cleanser, the men's moisturizer, the men's aftershave gel, all of that stuff, right? You can try it too. And it's free to borrow my bag. It is free to borrow the bag. So if you're like, I want to give it a try, I want to borrow the bag, then just type in borrow in the comments. That way your consultant know, like, oh, let me reach out so that I can, customize a bag for her or him, so that I can let him or her borrow my bag. Okay. All right. So my charcoal mask is just about ready. But man, oh man, my face needed this charcoal mask treatment, because I needed to pull the toxins and impurities out, right? So you see all of these spots and speckles here on my nose, my forehead also, my cheek area as well. Those are all toxins and impurities that it's just pulling out of my pores. So it's activated charcoal, which digs 3 layers deep into your pores and pulls out all of the gunk and stuff out of your pores, okay? Is what it does. But it's tight. It feels very tight. And you might think like, oh my gosh, like I don't want it on my face. It comes off really easy, even though it feels like it doesn't. Hi, Leanne. Even though it feels like it doesn't come off super easy, it is very easy to come off. I'm gonna just use my wet washcloth, but what I like to do is when I do a charcoal mask treatment, put it on about 10 minutes before I get in the shower, let it do its thing, and then when I get in the shower, just kind of let the water wash it off right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and take off my charcoal mask now. It comes out very easy. It's water, wash off, not peel off, even though it feels like it's so tight that you probably have to peel it off, but no, look at that. Super easy. And charcoal mask you can use 2 up to 3 times a week. So not every day because it is kind of considered an exfoliation. So you don't want to use it every day, but 2 up to 3 times a week is good for the charcoal mask treatment. All right, let's get it off the nose. But my husband did, like one time he did his charcoal mask treatment, he put it all over his lips. He had charcoal, he put charcoal mask right there. I'm like, what? Why? It's like, it's skin. I'm like, okay. Okay, man. All right. So that's our charcoal mask treatment. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do our hydration phase. So I am going to do our hydrogel eye patches. So you get 60 patches in this jar, okay? The jar is 40, but these are very good right underneath your eye area, but we have some people who put them everywhere. Sometimes they put them on their marionette lines to kind of get, to let them, I guess, reduce or go down. But you can put these anywhere. So it comes with a spatula. They are really hydrogel, okay? And they are slippery. So the spatula is definitely needed to get them out. They're these pink little sparkly little patches here. And sometimes if you're not careful, you'll pick up 2 of them and not know it because they are so slippery. The smaller side go towards the nose, and then the bigger side go towards the ear, and your eye goes right into that curvature is where your eye fits right there. But you can put these in the fridge to get more of a cooling effect as well. Or you can just leave them on your counter like I do, because if they're in my fridge, I will forget about them and never ever put them on. So look at that one in my eye. And if it gets in your eye like this, it does not burn. It does not, it doesn't do anything at all. You just push it down a little bit so that it can come out of the eye, but it doesn't hurt the eye at all. But these here are for under eye puffiness, but also hydration underneath your eye area as well, okay? And so you will leave these on until they dry, which is about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And then after that, you'll just take them off and just pat in the residue and you are good. You can put these on over your moisturizer or under your moisturizer. It just all depends on how you want to do it. I am going to use the nourishing oil, which is part of our naturally line. So if you're like, I want to try the naturally line, you can get that in your borrow my bag. Also, the naturally line as well, right? So this is our nourishing oil right here. It is olive oil, sesame oil, avocado oil in here. It smells so good, but it's the oil that gives you a dry finish. So it's an oil, but it dries dry, if that makes sense, right? And even just from using the charcoal mask, like I can tell like my forehead, like things just feel very clean right now. So I'm just put some little drops here and then go ahead and put the oil all over just for some hydration. And you can use this oil every day. You can use it morning and night. You can also mix it with your foundation. You can mix it with your lotions. You can mix it with just about anything that you want. You can put it on in your hair. You can put it on your cuticles. You can put it any and everywhere that you want. It's a natural oil also, and it smells so good. So this is part of our naturally line. It's our nourishing oil right here. And then the other step for the hydration phase is our moisture renewing gel mask. And I am going to use our masking applicator for that. But this is a hydration mask. And I usually sleep in the hydration mask just because I have super oily skin, but I do hydration masks like twice a month when we do the Hydra sessions, just because even your oily skin needs water, right? It's just like your body needs water when you're feeling dehydrated. It's the same thing for your skin. I'm putting a little bit here on my masking applicator, but it's the same thing for your skin. Your skin needs a drink of water every once in a while too. And how does it get that drink of water? Hydration products, okay? That's how it gets that water. So you want to use hydration products, especially if you have dry skin, you definitely want to be using hydration products 2 to 3 times a week just to help give you some added moisturization. And then if you have oily skin, you can do like once a week or so, but I usually do 2 times a month is how I do it, just because I do it with the Hydra sessions here. But I'm gonna go ahead and take off our hydrogel eye patches. These are so cute. I love them. And go ahead and spread the rest of the moisture renewing. So it's called moisture renewing gel mask is what it's called. Okay. So if you're looking for it on a website, just know it's the moisture renewing gel mask and you can sleep in it. I have some clients who use this at least 4 times a week because her skin is super dry, super duper dry. So 4 times a week is how often she would use hers. And I'm just going to kind of spread it on this side because I think I only had a little bit over here. So I want it to be even. I don't want one side of my face to be super hydrated and the other one is like, girl, you left me out. Like, why did you leave me out, sister? And so this is going to dry. And when it dries, it's going to feel like it's nothing on my face. So it's a little different than the chocolate mask. The chocolate mask dries and it's dry. It feels dry. It pulls. This right here, when it dries, it feels like you have nothing on, but your face feels so smooth because you feel it hydrating your skin also. Okay, so if you're like, I want to try the borrow my bag, again, it's free. It's absolutely free to borrow the bag, okay? It's free to borrow the bag. But if you're like, I want to try to borrow my bag, then just type borrow in the comments. That way you can get access to the bag so you can borrow the bag. But then also, the last thing that I want to tell you is that it's $35 to start a Mary Kay business this month. Only $35, right? $35 to start a business. Like, where can you find a place where you can start a business for $35 that's been around for 60 years, that gives you a 50% profit on everything you sell? And then we have other ways that you can make money too, but that's the number one way, is by selling the products. And the best part is that you don't have to work really hard to try to sell the products because it's the number one skincare brand. And we don't have enough consultants right now to service the whole world because it's the number one skincare brand in the world. Okay. So, but $35 to get started with the Mary Kay business. And you also get a website with that $35. You also get some samples and some brochures. You also get access to all of the online training, and you get access to all of the apps as well with the $35. You have the opportunity to upgrade your starter kit and get over $400 worth of products for an additional $90. You have that if you want to. You don't have to, but it's an option. You can if you want to. And then, we have a car program also. So you have the opportunity to earn a free car and all kinds of things just because you decided to start a business for $35. Okay. So $35. So think about that. If you're like, you know what, it would be nice to have an additional stream of income. Summer is coming up. It would be nice to have some kind of extra income flowing in, coming in. So that could be a possibility to start your business for $35 and then see what happens. That's the beauty. Start for $35. See what happens. If you like it, great. Keep going. If you don't like it, stop. Throw it out the window if you don't like it. And then that's it. You gave it a try to see if you like it. But the beauty is that you can pick it up at any point in time. If down the road you're like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try again because I need to make some extra money now. And you can pick it up again and give it a try again also. So again, if you're like, I want to borrow the bag, I want to try, I want to try the naturally line, or I want to try the clear proof line, or I want to try the men's line, or whatever, just type borrow in the comments. That way we can get the bag out to you so that you can borrow the bag. Borrow the bag. All right, you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this modified Hydra session tonight. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And if you have any questions, you can type them in the comments. Have a good night.